Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Zhang from Huawei Public Cloud, and currently I'm Chief Architect of Blockchain Service. So today's topic will include two parts. The first one, I will introduce Huawei Cloud Blockchain Service. And second one, I select one scenario, a supply chain finance solution to see how it built on Huawei blockchain service. This is the first part for Huawei blockchain service. It from product highlights it including three parts. The first one is easy of use. Second one is high performance. And third one is security and privacy enhancement. For the first one, easy of use, currently we use Huawei container engine to quickly deploy blockchain service middleware and also support full lifecycle management for smart contract and support the monitoring and operation for the blockchain applications. Underneath for the blockchain ledger data storage, except to support Go-level DB, Coach DB, we also support like secure relation database. So by this way, for developer, it's very easy to create the blockchain application, such use blockchain like use a traditional database. And also it reduces the cost to move the existing system from to blockchain service. So this is the first part. Second one, we enable the Byzantine fault-tolerant consensus mechanism in our blockchain service. Currently, we can get 5,000 TPS. So next step, we will enable the SGX solution in our blockchain service so we can get more performance improvement. Because we use a secure relation database, so we get a very fast query performance for the ledger data. And also, for the security perspective, we support the China cipher encryption algorithm and also support the additive homomorphic encryption and also zero knowledge proof mechanism in our blockchain service. So this is a logic architecture of Huawei blockchain service. Underneath, currently we support the Hyperledger fabric, and the next step we will integrate enterprise Ethereum like Quorum in our blockchain service. And for the management layer, currently we use Kubernetes to quickly deploy the blockchain service, support the smart contract management, and also the monitoring and operation for the application. So this is management platform. So the middle layer is a contract layer. Currently, we deliver a general purpose smart contract in our Huawei application store. So the user and also the ISV can download the smart contract and use that to quickly deploy and develop the application, blockchain application, such as supply chain finance, smart contract, digital asset management, smart contract, etc. So on top of that, we co-work with the ISV to quickly develop the end-to-end blockchain service. So this is the logic architecture of Huawei blockchain service. This page shows the deploy topology of the blockchain service. So from the public cloud management side, here is a region domain. You can, from the portal page, quickly deploy your blockchain middleware in your own cluster environment. So the middle part is order peer. This component will deploy in the tenant zone. And we also provide like the blockchain agent to help you management the chain code. So for the customer application, you can deploy in your customer side, like the pink part, the application. From the application, you're using 3 ways to invoke your chain code. The first one is use a standard Fabric SDK. The second one, you can see from the application, you just use a REST API to invoke the Fabric RESTful API. We provide tools there, so it's easy for developer to create the application. The third one, we also provide the Fabric JDBC driver. So for the application, you just like to create the secure statement to invoke your chain code. So this is the topology of the blockchain service. So this page shows we also provide the online chain code editor and help you to input the parameters there and testing and verifying your chain code. And then after you pass through the testing, you can quickly deploy your smart contract to the cloud environment. We also support the chain code audit and scanner to help you to find whether or not there are some malicious code in your chain code. So by this one, it's very easy for developer to create your chain code and deploy your chain code. So this is chain code editor feature we already enable in our blockchain service. This is a deployment topology. We now support to deploy all your node and peer in Huawei public cloud. This is the first one. You also can use our offline version to deploy the chain code in your on-premise private data center. For example, some peer you can put into the Huawei public cloud, and some peer node you can deploy to your private data center. So this is the second part. The third part is you also can deploy some peer node in Huawei public cloud, and some peer code deploying other cloud platform like SAP. We have some collaboration with them to create the consultant blockchain network. So this is a deployment mode. This is a roadmap we deliver our cloud service to different regions. So by this month, we will online the blockchain service in Singapore region. So this month, user can log into Singapore region and try the blockchain service from our cloud portal. In order to meet the banking finance governance requirement, we do a lot of work to enhance security to meet the requirements. The first one is we support the membership and the identity management for the blockchain service. This is the first one. Second one, we enable the data security protection, including China's safer encryption algorithm into the blockchain service. And for the third one, for the smart contract, we enable the code auditing and scanning, try to detect the malicious code and provide the threatening. And for the chain code security, we also deliver some chain code part. We also deliver some library integrate to the chain code runtime environment, such as ZK Snark zero proof knowledge library. We will integrate to the runtime environment and provide the API to developer, so developer can use the library to enable the zero proof knowledge solution, and also the similar like the homomorphic encryption solution. So this is a security feature we enabled in blockchain service to meet the China finance marketing governance requirements. This is a sample how we can use the homomorphic encryption protection. So by this way, for example, the balance of the user is all encrypted in and calculated in the cloud platform, and the encrypted data will be put into the ledger. So even for the cloud maintenance operator, they will not see any data of the user's value. Except to support homomorphic encryption, we also enable like range proof and encryption proof algorithm to guarantee the homomorphic encryption with a verified range, such as value. Even you are encrypted, but the value will be not is not less than 0. So the calculation will be correct. So this is one security solution we enabled. Another one is just I mentioned, we also enable the zero knowledge proof library into the smart contract runtime environment. So provide the API for the developer. When you write your chain code, you can use the interface to use our library. And so by this way, you can hiding the transaction behavior for the sender and the receiver. For example, we add some such as tag 2, tag 3, this kind of confusion transaction value, try to hide the real value. So for example, T1 is a real value. So we add some confusion value. By this way, the user cannot get the real transaction data information. And also for the sender and the receiver, the behavior is totally same. So you cannot know who transfer money to who. So by this way, we can guarantee the privacy of the transaction. So this is a ZKP transaction proof solution we already enable in our service. So developer can use that in create your chain code. This is the first part I introduced the technical part for the Huawei blockchain service. So next step, let us go to the concrete scenario, how to enable the supply chain finance solution in our blockchain service. We already deliver this solution in our platform. So this is a scenario for whole process. You can see there are several parties involved into this solution, including the logistic enterprise, SME supplier and the reseller, and also core enterprise. The right part is finance institution and also government. So for SMEs, the difficulty challenge here is very hard to get a loan from bank. And the banking, I think it really have high risk and is risking to involve to lending the money to the SMEs. And for it also has the governance difficulty, identifies the financing risk, so in systematic way. For the financial institution and also the government, we are thinking how to leverage the existing technology to help them to accurately evaluate the credibility of the core enterprise, and then increase the confidence to loan the money lending the money to SMEs. And for government, it also have the requirement to cover the whole finance market. So this is a challenge here. Let us see how to use the blockchain service to traceable the supply chain finance solution. So you can see from here, based on the Huawei blockchain platform, we create three different chain. The first one is a trading platform. Involved party is supplier and customer and also the core enterprise. The second chain is financing chain platform. This means if the supplier cannot get the money back from the core enterprise on time, they may be needed to loan from the banking. So for the supplier core enterprise, finance institution will create the second chain is supply chain finance platform. And the third one is ABS management platform. So we can public the asset information to get the investor. So the ABS asset holders exchange and also the investors can create the third chain ABS management platform. So this is high level. We will create 3 different kind of blockchain network. The key component that we delivered here, including 7 parts. First one, we need to manage the user for each enterprise, core enterprise. And also the trade information will be put into the blockchain. And the loan request will be put into the blockchain. Also including the account management, digital contract, a dashboard, and some notification mechanism. So this is a key component we deliver in the blockchain solution. This is a scenario we want to show here. Especially the table there, you can see what kind of data we really put into the blockchain. So I think for the whole end-to-end blockchain solution, some data, if you need multiple involved and need to traceable, you can put this kind of data into the blockchain. If the data in your application only owned and used by your own party, so this kind of data I think needed to put into the blockchain. So in this table, you can see the top one is which party is involved, what kind of the column, what kind of data will be put into the blockchain. So it including mainly 6 parts. The first one is for the supplier and the core enterprise. If the supplier want to sell some goods to the enterprise, so the supplier and the core enterprise will put the trade contract to the blockchain. So involved party is supplier and the core enterprise. And also the delivery information will be put into the blockchain. So this is step 1 and step 2. And step 3 is when the supplier needs a loan from the banking, the supplier will send a request from the first chain, and the core enterprise gets the request, approve that. This request will be automatically get and push to the second chain. I mean, the second chain is, I just mentioned, is a finance management chain. So you can see step 3 is supplier, core enterprise, and financial institution. For the loan request, we will get from the first chain and push the data to the second chain. And then the supplier and the finance institution will sign the loan contract. This is step 4. So the supplier and the finance institution will sign the loan contract, and the banking will release the money to the supplier. So these details we also record to blockchain. This is step 5. And finally, after the core enterprise pay back the money to the platform, the payment will route to supplier, some will route to the banking. So the last one is loan repayment. These data will also record to the blockchain. So involved party is supplier, core enterprise, and also the financial institution for the loan repayment. So you can see for the whole process, we identify which kind of information we need to put to the supply chain, blockchain. So by this way, you can see the first part is trade chain for the core enterprise is mainly including the trade data. So this part of data is controlled by the core enterprise. So enterprise will governance the data security for this part. Currently, they will be they register to as one tenant and online the public cloud to deploy the first chain to his own cluster environment. So this is the first part. And for each supplier and enterprise, we set the separate channel. By this way, the data will be isolated. So other supplier will not get the data for this supplier. So we guarantee the data isolation. Also, the right line, you can see the supplier request to loan and the request is approved by the core enterprise. The data will get from the first chain and route to the second chain. So the finance loan request will be put to the second chain. All the read and the write operation will be recorded into the blockchain. So this is immutability and traceability. So this is different kind of pool chain we create for the solution. We also integrate the existing system like the ERP system to get the contract information. You can export the data from the ERP system and then import to the blockchain system. And also for the delivery information, we can integrate to IoT device to try to collect the delivery information. And the middle part is supply chain finance platform. So this is mainly for loan request. The right part is ISID ABS, ISID backed security platform. So this information will be public and to get the investor online to the chain to invest the loan request. So this is integration to the existing system. Okay. So this is the last page. So by this way, we can improve trust and reduce the risk. We record the trading information and the bill information, deliver information into our trader blockchain to ensure data immutability and traceability. And also for the smart contract, we set up some condition to automatically trigger in which condition if you meet, you can trigger the payment to automatically to enable. So by this way, we can get the payment very quickly in the whole system. So this is blockchain help to reduce the risk and improve the trust management in the SCF solutions. Okay, this is my part. Thanks.